Hi, it's me again. As you know, I've done a recap on the Hunger Games previously, and I think I'm going to do another one. Today is going to be from book 2, and it's not so much of a recap, it's more like thoughts on what I think is going to happen in the second one, because I haven't been reading that much yet. The thing about it is that I thought it would be mainly about the tour that Peeta and Katniss were going to go on between every district. I thought the whole book would be like about that tour, so they could convince everybody that they were madly in love and they would like just stupid to have eaten those berries and or would have eating those berries, and that they didn't do it to rebellion against the capital because they didn't actually, but in some way they did. But I was wrong because I read this much. Now I don't know where I read some part, not much, but some parts and the tour is already over. So that's that with that theory. So I don't really know what's going to happen in the rest of the books, but I have some thoughts after talking to my sister yesterday. She's already read the books, so she's already know what's going to happen. But we still have some discussion on what I thought was going to happen. She couldn't say that much because she already knows what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen. I actually have no idea because there is only two big story that I think is going to that could be somewhat to build onto, and the one is still this love story about between Peeta and Katniss and how they're going to convince that they didn't do it for the rebellion things, but they actually love each other. And the other thing is that they would like run away, everybody that they loved from District 12 to run away in the woods together. That is the other thing. But I don't think that any of them is actually that reasonable. But on the other hand, how reasonable is this books at all? That I said, well, let's read the last line in the book. Because usually that doesn't give you anything. And when I reached after this book to like read it, and my sister was, no, don't read the last line. And I'm like, how much can a lie do to a book? Apparently much, because she's like, I read the last sentence in the book, and that ruined the whole book for me. And then I asked her, can she read the last word to me? And she did, and yeah, it was 12. The word 12. And I think to myself, it could be two possibilities. Two. The first one is that a new Hunger Games has started, and that the ending of this book is when they say that there are only 12 persons left in the game. That's one possibility. I don't think it's going to be that one, but I thought it could be. The other thing is more reasonable, but still even more weird. And that was also something I said to my sister last night. And that was in some ways, something like that the District 12 has disappeared. That there would like be something about that it's gone. It's gone, District 12. I don't know what, something like that. It's gone. And that's something I think of, how can a district disappear? The other thing could be like that District 12 is the new capital, that they bring down the capital and District 12 is the new. Or it could be that everybody lives at District 12 now, that everybody it's been like one big district and not 12 different. That's a possibility. But when I think about it right now, there were a District 13, if I don't mistaken. And they said something about it in the first book. And that makes me to believe that District 12 actually can disappear. Or be gone or vanish or I don't know. I don't know how, but maybe. And if that's the case, does the people die? Or if they're just transferred to another district? I don't know. Another thing that I thought that might happen in this game is because the capital is so scared of their uprising, there might be starting a new Hunger Games sooner than expected. And this time with twice the person from each district. That instead of 2 people, it would be 4 people. But there would only be one person that wins. That would make people very scared. When I said that to my sister, she said, well, how long have you read in the book? And I'm like, I haven't read anything about that. And she's like, well, no, that's not going to happen, but it's very like something else that actually is going to happen. And I'm thinking, what can that be? So I don't know, but I hope it will happen soon, so I will get to it, because right now I can't think of a thing that would make sense to be like that but not be that, if you know what I mean. And then this whole thing about Peeta, Katniss, and Gale triangle drama, which kind of looks very similar to. I got a text right now. It's from one of my classmates, but yeah, we talked about that later. But I said, there was this whole triangle drama that's Katniss, Peeta, and Gale thing. It's similar to Twilight. It's obviously similar to Twilight, and I think Bella plays by Katniss, obviously, and Gale would be Edward, and Peeta would be Jacob, I think, because Jacob always stays around for Bella and always saves her when he can, even though he knows that she don't like him like he does to her, but he still stays around, and that is the same with Peeta. Peeta know that Katniss don't like him as much as he likes her, or loves her for that matter, but he's still there to save her when she needs to. So that's that. And then my sister said also that one thing is very specific, similar from the Twilight books to one thing that's happened. I don't know if it happens in the second book or the third book, but it's something specific that's very similar to a specific thing in the Twilight books. The one thing I think that might be is the 10th scene in Twilight, the third book, Eclipse, when it's very cold and Bella has to sleep with Jacob because he's very warm and Edward is very cold. But Edward and Jacob is talking to each other the whole night about their feelings for Bella. I think that's something that could actually happen in a similar way with in this book, because Peeta and Katniss already slept together in a sleeping bag together in the first book. And because she don't want to have nightmares, they're still sleeping together sometimes. And not sleeping together like sleeping together, but sleeping together like the normal sleeping together, like sleeping together. So I think that scene could be like somewhat similar. And that Gale is in the picture also. And he has to look at those two sleeping very close together, embracing each other. I think that could be the one, but I don't know. I haven't read anything yet about it, and I'm not so far in the second book, so I can't really tell what's going to happen or what's not going to happen. I don't know. It will be an adventure for me too. So yeah, that would be all, because I talked very long right now, and I don't really know if anything I said makes sense to anyone else except for me. But if it does, you can also always leave a comment and say what you think about it. Do not reveal if I'm right about anything. Oh yes, you can do that too, because I haven't read anything about it yet. So you can reveal if something is true, but not what thing. What? Now I can't talk anymore. What I was going to say is that my sister, you can say to me in the comment if I'm right about something, but not which part of this video that is right. If you get what I mean. Well, now I've talked about 10 minutes and I'm exhausted, and I want to read The Hunger Games, and I will have to talk to my classmate about our projects. So yeah, I don't have time to talk anymore. So you all have a nice evening, and we will talk again soon. Bye.